Nowadays, it's hard to truly impress anyone. The internet offers viewers the chance to see everything all at once. Nevertheless, astonishing events continue to happen in real life, leaving casual witnesses in awe. These moments ignite the imagination, defying the usual boundaries of reality and normal perception. Get comfortable, this episode promises to be extraordinary and captivating. We're about to show you things you've never seen before. In the American city of Atlanta stands the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, known for its unique roof that closes like a camera shutter. Drone shows are growing increasingly popular for a reason. These high-tech performances mesmerize audiences and create a unique atmosphere that stays with them for a long time. At Singapore Airport, you'll never get bored even if waiting for hours for your flight, thanks to unique installations featuring cartoon characters. This bartender works slowly, but hey, he never gets tired. I wonder how fast this car can go with its jet engine. How did you imagine the most extraordinary garage for cars? Finally, in the 21st century, humans can experience what they've long aspired to: the ability to fly. If you're into adrenaline, why not double the dose? The Noor Ouarzazate solar power plant in Morocco became the most powerful solar plant in the world after its launch, providing a peak capacity of 580 megawatts. This might be one of the best optical illusions you've ever seen. It astonishes with its intricacy and makes you reflect on how easily our perception can be deceived. If I lived in the neighboring house, I doubt I'd be thrilled to have that beam shining into my window.
Shit. What shit.
It seems like molten material, but in reality it looks more like hot caramel flowing effortlessly. How powerful does a crane have to be to hold a platform weighing 1,000,000 tons? I bet you've never seen a street festival like this before. Impressive, isn't it? Sometimes watching a car race is just as thrilling as participating in one. It's hard to imagine the sheer force of this explosion, but one thing's for sure, the cleanup team will be busy for a while. How long do you think it would take to cut this massive tree into pieces? When you're a racer at heart, but fate had other plans for you. In the mining industry, heavy specialized equipment is indispensable. I've dreamed of visiting this place for so long, I think it's time to take a vacation and make my dream come true. Humpback whales are renowned for their ability to leap spectacularly out of the water. These massive marine animals possess incredible grace. Some might think creatures like these only exist in cartoons. However, nature has filled our world with incredible and unique beings that astound the imagination. It seems this flatworm has found its perfect spot on the beach, basking in the sun like a typical vacationer. Only upon closer inspection can one realize that this is not a mop, but an actual dog. Such behavior in caterpillars represents an adaptive strategy that allows them to survive and efficiently utilize available resources in their environment. Apparently, there are gas deposits under this tree, slowly making their way to the surface. At first glance, this area seems unremarkable. However, just turn around and you'll see a massive sinkhole in the ground. While science can explain its formation, its appearance here baffles the locals.
To be honest, I'm speechless after witnessing it. What about you?
Be honest, did your appetite suddenly vanish, and do you feel like avoiding eggs for a while? This is one of those moments when it's hard to tell what you're looking at as a living creature, until it moves. Wow, I've never seen a cooler ad than this one. You might be wondering, what is this? It's a boat garage in Florida. Absolute synchronicity and discipline, a robot is not human. Grown-up boys would definitely love this robot transformer. When you and your bike are like best friends. The Tesla Cybertruck would be a perfect fit as James Bond's car. This incredible slow-motion footage showcases just how tough this beast is. A true cowboy can tame any stallion. It's hard to think of a more dazzling shot for a wedding video. Now that's what you call a quality stretch ceiling. I bet you never guessed such unusual elephants existed. This might be the most unique bridge I've ever seen. If you've ever wanted your own dragon, the Chinese company Creature Technology can easily bring your fantasy to life. Don't dismiss modern art with skepticism. For instance, this performance captivates with its profound concept, unique interpretation, and innovative approach, earning every bit of admiration.
And we're moving on at the speed of light. All the most interesting things are still ahead.
Some tasks in agriculture require minimal effort but look incredibly impressive. This is why many snowboarders prefer free riding. It allows them to find themselves in unimaginably beautiful places and experience a deep connection with nature. A hammock is undoubtedly an excellent place for relaxation. However, in her position, few would feel truly comfortable. With a little engineering ingenuity, even a small car could be turned into a rugged off-roader. The Chinese manufacturer BYD has entered the exotic luxury car market, unveiling the Yangwang U9 electric vehicle, which accelerates from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 2.5 seconds. The price tag for this beauty? A whopping $234,000. Wow, that was really close. True adrenaline. Dreaming of a fairy tale? Visit the water forest in Yangshu, China. This might be the most unusual volleyball match I've ever seen. The coral torch is a stunningly bright ocean inhabitant. These shrimp and crab farming ponds in China look like a watercolor palette. You might think this effect is something out of the magical fantasy. In reality, it's the bioluminescent glow of a type of algae thriving in a Norwegian lake. It won't be long before human labor becomes almost unnecessary.
It was so cool! It's hard to comprehend how this is even possible.
What event could have caused such excitement? Apparently, the orchestra was so bad that even the robot conductor couldn't take it anymore. Why go out for barbecue if you can do it right in your car? No traffic light or police officer could possibly help in this situation. It's amazing how a multi-ton tank can float on a parachute like a feather. In aviation, every second counts, which is why the air stair is ready for use instantly. Wow, that's what I call a snowball. The safari had to be extended because tourists couldn't safely leave their vehicle without fear for their lives. For some, diving is an event in itself and a challenging task, yet he manages to express his creative side even underwater. A TikTok video went viral featuring a pigeon with an impossibly curved chest and long legs, sparking debates about the bird's existence. In reality, the video showcased an English pouter, a breed of fancy pigeons known as the tallest breed, standing up to 40 centimeters tall. While many scientists have contributed to the discovery of electricity, one thing is clear: without it, we couldn't enjoy modern light shows. Some exhibits in modern art galleries might seem extremely simple, but you can gaze at them for hours. They are so captivating that they draw viewers into deep thought and emotion, revealing new layers of meaning. In Tokyo's Welcome Wash restrooms, there's a special slot for disinfecting smartphones using UVC ultraviolet light, capable of eliminating over 99.9% of surface bacteria. "20 years ago, back in school, I could only dream of something like this. Try explaining to kids today what cartoons looked like before cinematography.
What an incredible footage! We always strive to choose the best content for you.
If regular winter activities bore you, these guys have some ideas to spice things up. I feel quite uneasy, do you? This might be the most unusual train I've ever seen. A long preparation and just a few seconds to admire this incredible display, but it's totally worth it. I've never seen anything like it. This guy has incredible control over his body. Do you know how underwater demining works? It's probably for the best that no kind-hearted grandmas were at this stop. I wonder who's walking whom here. We don't know how long this unlucky parachutist has been hanging on those wires, but it seems no one is in a hurry to help. The owner of this car must be so lucky. Look at it, not a single scratch. In life and fairy tales, there's no such thing as a hopeless situation. A boxing sheep? Sure, why not? I fell in love with these rims at first sight. This shop doesn't need advertising. No passerby can walk by without stopping to look at the displayed goods. Leaf cutter ants slice off bits of leaves and carry them to their underground colonies, where they use them as fertilizer to grow fungi. Some water bodies can turn pink or red due to the massive reproduction of microscopic algae that release pigments.
Dan ini sudah nyampe di kota ya Pamekasan alirannya dari.
Red spider mites, though tiny, can weave webs that easily cover plants, causing them considerable harm. For Southeast Asians, this phenomenon might be quite familiar, but to outsiders, swarms of insects can provoke horror and disgust.
And how do you like such a twist? To be honest, I can't do without your comments here.
This cypress grove is surrounded by numerous stumps, which are actually the tree's roots. The Chinese giant salamander lays its eggs in quiet, clean waters, attaching them to rocks or underwater vegetation. The eggs are yellowish and surrounded by a mucus-like coating, protecting them from mechanical damage and microbes. From time to time, the crabs search for new homes. This process is vital for their survival, providing protection from predators and helping them adapt to changes in their environment. Considering the number of bats in this cave, it wouldn't be surprising if Count Dracula himself emerged from it. With a mouth like that, it's no wonder some snakes can swallow prey much larger than themselves. Thrill seekers in India will never be bored. Would you dare to visit this amusement park? How breathtaking is the sight of a multi-ton train racing along the tracks from this perspective? So this is what a hydraulic hammer operator does in his spare time. There's no force on Earth more powerful than water. Just look at how these torrents cascade downward. Just a couple of seconds and a multi-ton structure collapses like a house of cards. I wonder what's causing these sparks. Creativity and ingenuity can truly create amazing and unique things. No one likes having their peace and comfort disturbed by unwelcome intrusions. Pufferfish possess a remarkable ability. When they sense danger, they instantly inflate, dramatically increasing in size. At times, a school of fish moves so synchronously that it appears as if they are a single organism. There's something magical about experiments like these. The fantastic leaf-tailed gecko is a true master of disguise. Its body is covered in textures and patterns that allow it to blend seamlessly with its surroundings, mimicking leaves or tree bark. Living in a region prone to constant flooding has taught them how to continue with daily tasks despite the challenges. Ginger root and ground ginger are certainly familiar to us. However, this plant offers more than that. It can also be juiced, revealing new facets of its beneficial properties. I dare say that's where his beloved lives, and he's trying to impress her. How many attempts would it take you to pull off such a trick? The laws of physics in action. It looks like magic, but it's all very simple.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
They say whoever pulls off this trick is bound to have good luck soon. I only have one question. Why all the secrecy? Thinking of grabbing a snack? Why not do it in an unconventional way? The best way to wait out a flood? Oh, only if someone would bring me coffee too. Indeed, how else can you enjoy some alone time? Scottish rap? That's definitely a first for me. Such an unusual vehicle will always have the right of way. Looking for a foolproof way to keep your kids busy for at least 10 minutes? You've come to the right place. Perfectionists, are you here? You're gonna love this one.
Oh, it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect. Yeah.
Don't hide me.
No, stop. Are you kidding?
Okay.
I shudder to think what awaits us in 10 to 15 years. Very soon, these lightning-fast beauties will find their new owners. Spectators at air shows never get bored. This fascinating exhibit, titled The Love That Moves the Sun, the Moon, and the Stars, was presented at the Central Academy of Fine Arts School of Design in China. What do you think this strange object is? Modern art can be so hard to understand sometimes. What do you think the artist was trying to say? This must be the most pleasant commute home imaginable. World champion in precision? That's probably what I'll call this guy. These shots prove just how powerful high voltage lines can be. I only have one question. How is this even possible?
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
Amazing. I've never seen so many balloons at once. Pretty sure this horse could rival a small train. It's hard to imagine a more epic event than a rocket launch. I wonder, what kind of superpower is this? Perhaps this young woman should reflect on her aura or the magnetic field she emanates. Controlled fires hold a mesmerizing allure, especially when used for spectacular pyrotechnics shows. Dining out can become an unforgettable experience if you visit this restaurant in Vietnam, where the entire floor is submerged in water with live fish swimming beneath your feet. It's clear that this car has been here for years, as tree branches have grown through its wheels, reminding us of the unstoppable march of time and nature's reclamation of what's hers. It's impossible to walk past this installation without stopping. It acts like a magnet, drawing the attention of every museum visitor. Such experiments not only make learning more engaging, but also deepen students' understanding of the subject, sparking their curiosity. Attending a skydiving festival is a must to understand why so many people are passionate about the sky, flights, and jumps. The atmosphere is breathtaking and leaves unforgettable impressions. Passengers waiting for their flights at Singapore Airport won't get bored. The airport is not only architecturally impressive, but also offers many fascinating installations and activities. Surely many have experienced the frustration of buying yet another houseplant and forgetting how to properly care for it. A magnificent sunset envelops Abu Dhabi's skyscrapers, casting their silhouettes in golden and pink hues, creating an incredible view. If sticky honey or syrup on the table isn't your thing, you might want to head to space. Thanks to zero gravity, it won't spill, but then you'd face the challenge of syrup floating around in the air. He probably didn't expect this outcome from his throw. It seemed some supernatural force intervened at the last moment. Now that's a lucky catch. It's not every day you get the chance to reel in such a big fish. Ordinary liquids behave predictably, so it's fascinating to learn what composition this liquid has that gives it such unique properties. It's hard to find a better place for a seaside retreat, especially for those seeking solitude while still being among people. This perfect blend allows one to enjoy tranquility without missing out on social interactions and meeting new people. It seems that water knows no boundaries here and is finally making its way to the shore. This little turtle seems to have reached a state of nirvana and has no intention of returning to reality. This caterpillar didn't get to enjoy life for long. Participation in the food chain caught up with it unexpectedly and lightning fast. Oddly enough, this bear had no intention of boarding the bus. Instead, it seemed to ensure the driver stayed in their lane. It's likely the excavator operator had never encountered such pliable soil before. Some seafood clearly has intelligence. Lagenaria is not only a popular vegetable in Asia, but also a beautiful ornamental plant. It grows quickly and forms long vines, making it perfect for vertical gardening. These tiny and charming insects might seem harmless, but they can cause significant damage to the trees they target as their hosts. These are not worms, but stephanophores, colonial marine organisms composed of many zooids. They usually inhabit great depths, but sometimes rise to the surface of the sea, where they perish. This place is literally teeming with toads, and the density of their population here is truly astonishing. It's hard to imagine how much effort and money went into designing and building this rocket, only for it to burn up like a matchstick in seconds. Just as quickly, like a house of cards, a skyscraper packed with dynamite collapses. Sometimes witnesses capture things on camera that can't be explained, and conspiracy theorists are left guessing in vain. The California startup Stratolaunch has compiled the first flight of its hypersonic aircraft Talon A with an active engine. Yes, even trains need a wash from time to time. What a great idea for a kindergarten, a breezy ride through the city. The thought that UFOs don't exist doesn't cross your mind right away. I bet this installation always attracts crowds in this modern art museum. A waterproof gecko? I could really use such superpowers whenever I forget my umbrella. Wonder what's causing such unusual waves. Tourists should be extra cautious walking in an extreme location. How vibrant and unusual this amazing sea assortment looks. Want to feel the true thrill of a free flight? We've got a great offer for you. Here's a perfect way to impress bored tourists on the beach. Watching a giraffe eat through your car's sunroof is a real treat.
He has my freaking window.
Why did you let him?
I wouldn't even let him.
Up the horn.
Oh my God.
It seems that she didn't have the slightest chance to resist the wind. This must be straight out of a sci-fi movie. How does he even pull it off? There's probably no better way to train coordination and focus. Amaze your friends with magical abilities using just a few cocktail straws and a piece of string. I can only imagine how much practice it took to create such an incredible design. It's hard to picture life without the help of machines. The amount of human effort it will require is unimaginable. Swimming among sharks is only safe if it's a hammerhead shark. The launch of this gigantic buoy is truly impressive.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.
The toy industry never stands still. What was your favorite toy as a child? It's a pity I'm an adult now and we didn't have attractions like this in my childhood. I can't watch this calmly. A whole car going to scrap metal? I'd hate to see this terrifying figure on the horizon in real life. It's even frightening to imagine. Add a few instruments to this beat and it could make a great melody. Yeah, the weather is definitely not for skiing. I can't even guess how many thousands of lights are in this mega garland. Now that's what you call a real pro at work. That's precision. I couldn't even write that neatly with a pen. I wonder, is it possible to squeeze through here without waiting in line? Open up, owner, or we'll have to knock louder. If your graduation doesn't look like this, you've wasted your time at university.
1, 2, 3, go!
Tell me, is this even real? I'm in awe of this artist's talent. Do you love fireworks as much as the Chinese do? The Wasp-class amphibious assault ship USS Bataan refuels during routine US Navy exercises. This incredible phenomenon in the airplane cabin is caused by the interaction of cold air from the air conditioners with the cabin's warm air. I'm amazed at how he even manages to play the drums. Fans of the movie Jurassic Park would love this place. A human turning into a machine? I couldn't even imagine such a thing. Just imagine how long it took to assemble this car from thousands of tiny parts. If your zoo visit isn't this vibrant, it's not worth going. Many people still believe in ghosts and mythical creatures. I must admit, I wouldn't want to meet this strange creature in the woods. High temperatures make materials more malleable, allowing them to be easily shaped and formed. As soon as they hear the slightest noise, chaos erupts in an instant. Sometimes we see familiar patterns such as faces that aren't really there. While this vehicle might not be fast, it can double as a writing desk. In the animal world, everything happens according to its own laws and rules. The struggle for survival in the wild is full of drama and tension, and each encounter is a real spectacle of strength, dexterity, and cunning.
We're sure that our episode has impressed you. In fact, we always strive to choose the best ones for you. And we want to thank our regular subscribers and warmly welcome new ones.